Greetings all. Apparently my phone has a capacity for videos. Good to know. So anyway, this is my getting to know you video part 2. Guess I am chopping it up into 2 videos. I don't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Heritage. I was on my heritage. Oh, I'll link the link to the, yeah. Okay. I will post the link to the first part of the video in the description. Hopefully I can figure out how to do that. We'll try it. Anyway, so the question I was on was my heritage. I was talking about my 4 times great-grandfather, the Catholic priest, and his granddaughter, who was my great-great-aunt. And she actually spent most of her adult life in a mental institution. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. I've been looking into it, but I know she was 30 when she was committed. It was voluntary, but I don't know why. She was a school teacher before she went into the institution for several years. I mean, back then, who knows why they went in? I mean, it could have been she never got married and she was a burden to her family. I mean, who knows? So I always thought, considering, especially once I found out her maiden name, or her mother's maiden name was Crowley, when I was a kid, I was fascinated, and I just thought, you know, this was the coolest thing ever, and, you know, maybe she was psychic and, you know, locked up for being a witch, or, you know, some weird thing like that. But then I found out her mom's maiden name was Crowley, and I'm like, you know, that would be an interesting connection. You never know. I haven't really been able to look into it very much. What little checking I've done, I do not think we're related, but it would be interesting if we were. You never know. I dropped my grounding stone. It's been that kind of a day. My cat's looking at me. They want food. They can wait. Actually, let me see if I can grab her.
Really? Yeah, I know.
Sorry, you just probably got a big view of my ass. I don't know if I could say that on YouTube. This is Miss Willow. Say hi, Willow. She says, no, I want food. I want food.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, there's Willow. If I try that with Xander, my face will get clawed off, so sorry you don't get to see Xander. Element that I resonate with the most, air. Obviously. I am entirely in my head all the time. I'm a big ol' nerd. I overthink everything. I overanalyze. Yeah, definitely air. I am a fire sign. I have a temper. So that's definitely reflected. But
With what?
cats they want food. There's only a couple questions left. So yeah, I resonate the most with air. Let's see, Oracle, Tarot, or both? Both. You can't see my altar, but I've got both a Tarot and an Oracle. Whenever I do my draws, I always do both. I'm probably going to do another video on my decks for the month and everything like that, so we'll see. Are you a closeted witch? Not anymore? Videos out there now. Ish would be the correct answer to that, I think. Sorry, it was raining. Squirrel. Anyway, I don't really talk about my spirituality very much with people, especially if I don't know them. I come from a very, very, what's the word I want to, both my parents are scientists. And I was raised Catholic, but I never really, when I was younger, it never occurred to me people actually believed any of it. I just thought that you were Catholic. I almost thought of it like an ethnicity. Like you just were whatever your parents were. I think I said that in my first video, didn't I? I can't remember. Anyway, because of all that stuff, I don't know. I just didn't, yeah. My brain is totally out there at the moment. Good thing I only have one question left. But yeah, so I just don't talk about it with people very much because I get tired of the stereotypes and the assumptions, and the older I get, the less I care what people think. But at the same time, in my profession, I do have clients, which is actually one reason I hemmed and hawed about doing channel, any videos and channels on kind of mystical kind of stuff for a long time, because I don't know, it's like if a client finds the channel, it's kind of weird. It's not that it's bad, it's just weird. I tend to compartmentalize my life, so I keep my private life private. I contemplated actually doing the videos, just not showing my face. However, if I did that, I was going to have to wear long sleeves all the time because I have very distinctive tattoos, and having my hands and arms or whatever in the video, it was going to be obvious who I was. If you knew me, if it was somebody who knew me. So I figured, well, what's the difference? Tattoos or face, they're both identifying. So yeah, am I a closeted witch? I mean, I won't lie if somebody asks me, but I don't volunteer the information. Last question. Do you work with or connect with a specific deity? I have worked with specific deities before. For the most part, I just work with kind of a generic god and goddess. I tend to relate to the god as Cernunnos, more or less. The goddess, I really like Rhiannon, but I don't really work with her much. I resonate the most with just kind of a generic Gaia goddess. The only specific deity that I've done any kind of extensive work with is Ganesha. Actually, I keep looking up at my altar because I've got statues of, well, I don't know how to flip this camera. I don't even know if I can, so I'll bring them down here. This is my statue that I have for the god. This was my grandmother's. It's nice little, I don't know, brass or whatever he is, but I like him. And then, let's see if I can do this. You've probably seen this particular. This is my little goddess. I've got some amethyst beads on here. This is an earring. It's got a freshwater pearl. My best friend gave me this for my 30th birthday, and I lost one of them last year, and I was so upset. And I've got just like little offerings in there for her. So I figured, there we go. And then my Ganesha, he really needs to be cleaned, statue is here. And let's see if I can kind of block the light there, but that's him. And I've just got them lined up on my altar. And so that's who I work with. If I find myself praying like in a, I don't want to say praying. I don't like the word praying. To me, it still kind of has a Christian connotation. I just sort of talk to deity, which I mean is just praying. But when I do that, it's usually Ganesha, sometimes the goddess, very rarely the god. I still kind of have issues with masculinity and stuff. I do some meditations that I do that I kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to work on kind of interacting with the god more, and I don't really like to talk about kind of those. To me, that's very private. So yeah, I'm just not going to go into it. But anyway, that's who I work with. I really like Bast, but I've been afraid to work with her because I know she can be kind of temperamental, so I just haven't, because I don't want to piss her off. So I just haven't really ventured into working with too many deities, but you know, God, Goddess, and Ganesha, that's pretty much it. Anyway, that was probably a much longer explanation than anybody actually needed, but that's my getting to know me tag. I will do my YouTube name explanation as a different video, but if you want to do a response, feel free to tag me. I'd love to see your videos, and yeah, that's, I guess, all I have to say. I figure I should, like, I don't know, have some sort of fun, catchy sign-off, but I don't. So, yeah. Bye. See you guys later.